only on abc.com/daytime.
Put him back to bed.
You woke him up with all your yelling and your screaming.
No, you woke him up, and you brought him out here because you needed a weapon. Now put him back there. I'm not going to let you use him like that.
No, I won't do it. He's my baby, and I want him to be close to me. I want the three of us to be a family. I think little John has every right to know what's going on here.
We are two strangers with a child who deserves better. Thank God for his grandparents. Mom, please, take care of little John.
Frank, I know we can make a marriage work. I know.
Delia, we don't have a marriage.
Give it to me. Give it to me. He's all right. We go back to bed. Where's sir? Go. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how to make him listen to me. What do I do?
See, now she's thinking the consequences. Now!
I just wish Frank hadn't gone off like that. She's so upset.
Well, why shouldn't she be upset? She has a right to be, doesn't she?
Pat won't help me. Maybe Bobby will. Frank's gotta listen to Bobby.
Hello.
Bobby, it's me.
Delia? Honey, what's the matter?
Bobby, you gotta come over here. Frank's left me.
What? Hey, listen, kid, hang on, okay? Whatever it is, I'll be right over. All right?
Thank you.
See, it's not just a personal tragedy for Frank, but think of the political consequences. It could cost him everything, Pat.
Di, you're treating this as if Frank were the only one involved.
Well, he is the injured party, isn't he?
Well, sure he is, but he's
yeah,
not...
sure, but you're going to stick up for Delia no matter what she's done.
I didn't say that, but I think I might listen to her.
Oh, will you?
Yeah, and I think I might be the only one around here who will.
And I'm the one who's being unjust and unreasonable, I suppose, right?
Look, all I'm saying is that maybe tonight we shouldn't start deciding who's to blame.
Who's to blame? Now, she's to blame.
It's all her fault!
Will you two behave yourselves? This is a terrible mess that's going on here. And above other things, we have a baby to think of. We need all the self-control we can muster up around here at this time.
You're right, Ma, and I think the best thing that I can do at this minute is to get out of here and cool off. I'm gonna go back to the hospital.
That's a good idea.
See you.
Yeah, sure.
John Ryan, if you don't manage better with Pat the next time you see him, you're going to hear from me. Is that understood?
I can't blame you for what's happened. I can't.
Her husband's disappeared.
God, I want Rafe back.
And she's given up hope.
I know that my Rafe is gone.
But when he miraculously returns, will Salem be big enough?
Finally caught up with you, didn't I, son of a bitch?
For two Rafes. Watch Days of Our Lives weeknights at 6 and 11 on SoapNet.
She wants her family back, but there's one person standing in her way.
You knew that John was the father of my baby!
This week,
It's over, Marty. You're done.
only one will be left standing. And Roger Howarth is back. Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC, and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Some people don't notice the difference between meat and mystery when they enter the frozen zone. With my Purdue frozen nuggets, there is no mystery, just real all-white meat made with 100% natural ingredients. Purdue frozen chicken, all white meat, no mystery.
Under eye circles, pile on the products. Or challenge all that effort with Olay. Simply sweep on the new Total Effects Dark Circle Minimizer. It tightens and helps conceal to beautifully reveal younger-looking eyes. It's a clean sweep.
Morning.
Morning.
I'm your genie. You were wishing for...
A tasty fiber cereal?
Well, you don't want that one. Kellogg's Fiber Plus cereal. The delicious taste of berries. 40% of your daily fiber plus, wait for it, antioxidants. So, 2 more wishes. Maybe later then.
Kellogg's Fiber Plus cereal. Positively delicious.
If you have trouble sleeping, the chances are you may have tried one of these sleep aids. They all contain diphenhydramine, a substance commonly found in cold medicine. As a medical doctor, I personally don't like to recommend any sleep aid to my patients that contains diphenhydramine. That's why these days I recommend Ultero. Ultero is a blend of 3 safe and effective ingredients: valerian, L-tryptophan, and melatonin. Ultero is like 3 sleeping pills in one. I believe Ultero is a wonderful, safe, and effective sleep aid.
Try Ultero in the original tablet or the all-new fast-acting liquid form.
I'm Chef Michael, and my dog Bailey and I love to hang out in the kitchen. You love the aroma of beef tenderloin, don't you? You inspired a very special dog food.
Chef Michael's Canine Creations. Chef-inspired, dog-desired.
I found out the hard way. Our washes do not take care of feminine odor.
Introducing Vagisil Wash with Odor Block. It doesn't cover up odor, it keeps it from happening.
When you feel fresh, you feel confident.
New Vagisil Wash, the confident clean.
Hey, Pat.
Hello, Buck.
And what's eating you?
Roger Coleridge.
What's he done this time?
Look, not everybody knows about this, okay?
Yeah, sure.
You knew that my brother and his wife were having some trouble, right?
Yeah?
Well, it took Frank a while to get over it. And along comes Roger, and he sees that Dee is feeling sad and lonely and unappreciated and generally left out of things.
Oh, no.
Roger sent her presents, and he sneaked her off to lunches, and he made her think that he was her friend.
Some friend.
And he got her over to his place one afternoon, fed her a lot of brandy, and he did a whole caveman routine on her.
Oh, Pat, I'm sorry.
He just didn't know how to handle it. And then, to really put the fat in the fire, Jill walked in on him.
And Jill told Frank?
No, but she was a witness, and Roger forced Dee to keep on seeing him, saying that if she wanted to break it off, he would tell Frank, and Jill would back him up.
Oh, man, you know, somebody ought to...
Yeah, I know. So Dee was really caught. And inevitably, Frank found out, and now he's blaming the whole thing on her.
Well, that's natural enough.
If he'd been a perfect husband, it would be one thing. But even after he stopped seeing Jill, he wouldn't touch Dee, wouldn't even look at her. I knew something was bothering her then. Roger found out what it was, and he took advantage of it.
You know, you seem to be on Dee's side in all this.
Yeah, well, I think she's getting a really raw deal, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah?
Dee's really a nice person, Buck. She's not at all like she seems on the surface. She's warm, and she's loving, and she's caring, and she's loyal, too, if you devote yourself to her.
Yeah, you're speaking from personal experience, aren't you?
Come on, she's married to my brother.
Yeah, but you went with in high school, didn't you?
For a while.
You know, Pat, you're so much on her side. I keep thinking that, you know, girls like you, and you get along with them, and, you know, maybe back in high school...
Me and Dee?
You're right. Crossed my mind.
Junior and senior year, I was crazy about her, and we hung out together. And we were each other's first loves.
Well, that explains some things.
Yeah, but that was years ago, long before we broke up and she started seeing Frank.
Look, you know, I think you're crazy to get mixed up in a fight between your brother and your sister-in-law, no matter how much you care about them.
Well, that's great advice, Buck, but how am I supposed to turn my back and walk away?
How about sitting quietly on the sidelines?
In a way, I'd like to. But I'm the only one right now in my family who understands Dee. And who sees how she could have gotten into something like this? What's worrying me is that Frank just isn't going to listen, and he's going to get mixed up with Jill again. Because the sad truth is that Frank's never loved Dee the way he loves Jill.
Do you mind if I ask you one more question about Frank?
Well, we have some time until the tow truck gets here, so I can't think of any reason at this point why another question about Frank Ryan can't be asked.
Well, I was wondering if what happened between you and Frank means that you're never going to allow yourself to love anybody else.
Oh, I suppose I could think that way. But I certainly don't intend to.
Good for you.
I guess I'll let myself love someone else, yes. It's just that Frank and I, we had something so special. It was a kind of sharing and intensity that I really believe only happens once in a lifetime.
Well, time heals all, doesn't it?
Well, it's just not a matter of getting over Frank. I'm a different person than the person I was before I loved him. He changed me in ways that I'll always value so much. He gave me things that I hope to hold on to for the rest of my life. And I think that's what I mean when I say that Frank will always be a part of me. I feel like he'll always sit inside of me.
It's very perceptive. I admire that.
I don't think it's unique, though. I have the impression that that's the way things were between you and Nell, too.
Yes, I carry a part of Nell with me. That's true. I like to keep her alive inside of me without being morbid about it.
I hope you allow yourself in time to love someone else, too.
I'd like to, but right now I'm trying to teach myself how to look forward instead of back. You too?
Uh-huh. I guess because I know I have to leave Frank behind me. Don't you know it isn't polite to keep a lady waiting? Frank, come away from all that.
Well, it's your fault, you know. I mean, if you hadn't encouraged me to go into politics.
You don't really need encouragement, do you?
When I'm with you, I really don't need anything.
It's funny, isn't it? But I feel the same way, too. When I'm with you, it doesn't matter if we're talking, making love, fighting, or just being quiet.
Which do you like best?
The talking.
You do?
Yes, because for the first time in my life, I feel as if I can say anything, tell you anything, and I do. And the more I tell you, the more I want to tell you.
Personal, private things, you mean, huh?
Well, I certainly don't mean law or politics. Oh, Frank. Can't imagine what it's like. I mean, growing up in a family where nothing is ever verbalized, where everything is under the surface. Nobody tells anybody what they're really feeling.
You've given me a pretty good idea.
It's like living in a kind of prison, and you don't even know it.
I told you that.
Yes, you did. And you know what? You helped me escape from that prison. And I'll love you for that for all of my life. You've given me a gift, beyond measure.
And you, me?
No. No, not yet. But I will. I will someday. I sometimes feel that you and I are in so much harmony that I'll know when you're in trouble. I'll feel it and I'll come to you. And then it'll be my turn to do something for you.
Jill. Jill, where are you?
her years as Erica Kane,
I want to be special, and I'm going to be.
she's never faced a challenge like this.
Oh, my God.
This week, Susan Lucci like you've never seen her before.
Why do you have my face?
Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
And I see you singing something new when the day is done. Because I know you, your name is someone.
Commode, potty, John, loo, the toilet. No matter what you call it, Clorox has been trusted to keep it clean and to kill germs for nearly 100 years. That's because only Clorox toilet bowl cleaners are powered by Clorox bleach. Now try new and improved Clorox toilet bowl cleaner. It dispenses in a wide band to completely coat the bowl. New and improved Clorox toilet bowl cleaner.
At eHarmony, we take the world and narrow it down for you to those singles with whom you share powerful compatibility. That helps you be more selective and more in control of the possibilities. Visit eHarmony today and review your compatible matches free.
I've never been happier.
That makes two of us.
We are finally moving on from Lisa.
A jilted ex.
Lisa is unbalanced mentally and emotionally. She's just as obsessed with you as she ever was.
Patrick is going to pay for the way that he treated me.
Out for one final act of revenge.
You're going to be dead in an hour. You can't leave me down here!
But next week, the tables will be turned. General Hospital, weekdays on ABC, weeknights on SoapNet.
Johnny, what's going on?
Bobby, is that you?
Why don't you, go on in, she'll tell you herself.
Yeah, okay.
Bob and Frank have been friends since the 5th grade. He's going to take this mighty hard. Oh, John, this whole thing is so awful.
Yeah, it sure is.
I know you're going to make everything all right.
Yeah, honey, sure I will. Sure I will. You gotta tell me what's going on, okay?
Bobby, I'm in the most awful mess.
Hey, take it easy, take it easy. Just start at the beginning and tell me what happened, okay?
Okay. It started with Frank last winter, when he stopped paying any attention to me.
Uh-huh.
You know what's going through my mind?
The baby.
He's such a beautiful, sunny little boy. And he's been so happy these past weeks. He was dancing for me last night, whirling around and swinging his arms and laughing and smiling. He was having such a grand time.
But he needs a mother and a father.
Of course. John, why is it always the children that pay for the foolishness of adults?
Roger Coleridge. Maeve, how could she?
But Roger Coleridge, Dee.
I know. I couldn't help it. My head was all fuzzy with Brandy, and he's so strong. And I tried to stop him, and then Jill walked in. I know it looked awful to her, and you know, Jill, how she makes the worst of everything that I do.
Yeah, but honey, why didn't you come to me? I could have done something, okay?
I was too ashamed. Bobby, I thought I could handle this by myself. But then Roger got these crazy ideas about how he wanted to keep on seeing me, and then I said no, and then he threatened to tell Frank and use Jill as a witness.
Oh, Roger Coleridge ought to be strung up by
And so
it.
then I went to see Jill, and I think I convinced her that I was trying to stay away from him, but she wouldn't help me anyway, Bobby.
But honey, why didn't you come to me or to Frank?
Because I was so scared that I was going to lose Frank. I mean, I just figured I had to do anything. And everybody thought I was lying about Sheila, so I guess everybody would say that I wanted to be with Roger.
Oh, Delia, trying to cover it up was a foolish thing to do. I mean, you had to get found out.
Bobby, I just thought I would hang on until the election, and then Frank would win, and we could go out to Washington, and we could get away from here. Bobby, he won't even talk to me.
Yeah. He's gonna be hurt. He's gonna be mad. Roger Coleridge, of all people.
Bobby, I gotta talk to him. Please, he's gotta listen to me.
Now, honey, take it easy, okay? Maybe give him a day or two. Maybe they...
I don't have a day or two to give him. He's gonna go to her and she's gonna tell him her version of it, and he's gonna hear all these horrible things about me. And I don't know what to do, and they're gonna start all over again, and Bobby, I'm gonna lose him forever.
Now, honey, take it easy. You're making things worse than they already are.
How could it be any worse than this? Bobby, if you don't find Frank, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Delia, be reasonable. How am I going to get Frank back for you?
I don't know. I know you could find him. And when you find him, just tell him that I want to speak to him for 5 minutes or so. Okay, just for 5 minutes, Bobby. Please, you could do that, couldn't you? Bobby, please try.
All right, honey. I'll try.
Oh, I knew I could count on you.
I'm not promising anything, you know?
Okay, just try to find him before he gets over to Jill's. Maybe he's at his office, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Bobby, and when you find Frank, you tell him I love him, okay?
Yeah. I'll tell him.
Thank you.
She told you.
Yeah. Oh, Maeve. I'm so sorry for all the trouble this is going to cause you, Johnny.
Oh, we're the least of it, Bob.
I'm going to go see if I can find Frank. I mean, if they don't try to talk to each other, we'll never get anything straightened out.
I'll tell you something. Talk is not going to do any good.
Well, we can try, can't we? Thanks, Bob. Oh, John.
Next, take a trip to the Upper West Side on Ryan's Hope. Later, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Only on SoapNet.
Get ready to be blown away this May, because the view's on fire. This week, Ellen Pompeo shares some good dish on Grey's Anatomy. Plus, Cher's son, Chaz Bono Bravely, shares all.
I don't remember anything from my early childhood.
And watch out, because scene stealer Kristen Wiig is here. Then next week, Top Dog American Idol judge Randy Jackson, Grey's Anatomy star Chandra Wilson, and Harry Potter heartthrob Daniel Radcliffe. Is he ready to move on to bigger things? Find out here. May is big on all new views on ABC.
Okay. Allie's spelling bee is Monday.
Sounds like a mini-wheats day to me.
And Becca's science fair's on the 8th. She's presenting the solar system.
Hey, I've got just the whole grain fiber to keep her full so she can stay focused.
You rock.
She'll be ready to rock.
Make
right
your
here.
kids' big days mini-wheats days.
Whoa.
Packed with 100% whole grain fiber, Kellogg's Frosted Mini-Wheat cereal has what it takes to help keep your kids full, so they can stay focused on the days that matter most.
Keeps them full, keeps them focused.
Hello?
Roger's sick. The film gala's in about 2 hours. Want to go?
Yeah. Wait, 2 hours?
No time to plan? There's still time to whiten. Introducing Crest White Strips 2-Hour Express. Now in just 2 hours, you can have a noticeably wider smile that lasts for months.
They must think you're famous. Let him.
Whitening without the wait. 3D White Strips 2-Hour Express from Crest. Life opens up when you do. And try 3D White Paste and Rinse.
There are some things you can't control.
The weather.
The front page.
The stock market, obviously.
We're hearing the one thing no one wants to hear.
Cancer.
Okay, things you can control.
What you know before treatment.
There's a high risk of infection during chemotherapy.
So don't let anything interrupt your fight against cancer.
Talk to your doctors.
And go to manageyourtreatment.com.
There are some things you can't control.
But this, you honestly can.
Who's coming and who's going? SoapNet has the status update on your favorite stars. On General Hospital, Bruce Weitz is back as gangster Anthony Zaccara.
It's some turn of events.
On The Young and the Restless, Emily O'Brien is saying goodbye to Genoa City.
Another time?
Daytime favorite Tamara Braun is Taylor on Days of Our Lives.
Okay, I'll drink to that.
And on One Life to Live, Roger Howarth is back in Landview.
I have to be with my family.
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet. Want more of your favorite soaps?
That's great.
Log on to abc.com/daytime. Watch current full episodes of All My Children, General Hospital, and One Life to Live.
Online critics love it.
Plus, get exclusive sneak peeks of what's coming up next.
Sounds like a thumbs up to me.
Connect with other fans to discuss what's on your mind.
I always want to hear what you have to say.
And check out the 101 galleries to get an intimate look at the history of your favorite characters.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Find it all now at abc.com/daytime.
Frank, I figured I'd find you here. Yeah, I came to say I'm sorry. It's a real mess.
Afraid so.
Guess you're pretty mad, huh?
I don't have to tell you, do we?
No, not after all these years. Mad and betrayed and a little sad.
That's about it.
Frank, I care about you and Delia more than any two people in this world, and I don't know what.
That's the waste of it all, Bobby. It's the waste of trying, caring, believing. And what hurts the most is that I had to give up Jill. Put an effort into the marriage, and Dee repays me with this.
Frank, I'm not going to try to defend Delia, because right now, more than anything else in this world, I want to be a friend to both of you.
I know. Thanks.
You know, when I was on foot patrol in the Spanish district, there used to be an old Spanish saying when they had a family quarrel. You never talk about religion or family or politics after midnight. Huh?
Something to that.
Yeah, well, it's after midnight right now, and I'm just wondering, would it be better if you went home? Maybe in the morning things would sort themselves out.
I'd like to, Bobby. For you.
Yeah, there's so much at stake here, Frank, and everyone's so tired.
I told Delia I was finished, and I meant it.
Just like that, huh? After 6 years, and it's all over in one night, huh?
It's not just the Roger Coleridge business. It's the whole 6 years. I'm not saying I'm not blameless, but maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe it just was not meant to work. Maybe that's why we failed.
Hey, now, Frank, I'm not going to buy that. I don't think this is the time to go into it. Dee says to say that she loves you.
I'm sorry, Bobby, but under the circumstances, that's just a little bit hard to believe.
Yeah, well, I told you anyway, okay? Yeah. I'm gonna go see Roger. You wanna come along?
I've seen him.
Dee says that he forced her, Frank, and then he tried to blackmail her into going on seeing her.
Bob. I'm sorry, I don't want to say anything about your sister that I don't have to, but I'm not convinced that everything Dee says is the gospel truth. And as far as Roger Coleridge is concerned, of course, I don't believe a word that guy says.
Well, all right. Jill, Dee said Jill would back her up. You believe Jill, won't you?
Yeah. Well? She isn't home. She's gone out somewhere. I don't know where she is.
All right. Hey, look, get some sleep, okay? Maybe things will be better in the morning. Sleep. You get it?
Thank you, buddy. Jill, where are you?
Oh, it's a truck coming. Maybe the tow truck, huh?
Finally. With a little bit of luck, maybe we'll get to the beach house for breakfast anyway. I'll be glad to get there. I feel a chill.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.